Crossbows.
Bagged me a moose!
Oh, what a fine moose it is. I mean, the bull rhinoceros I was able to shoot is arguably a better catch, but that moose is very nice.
This is dinner tonight.
Yes. Well, we could eat my prize-winning bull rhinoceros that I brutally shot. But we won't because it's too valuable, but your measly offering will be just fine for dinner.
Here's the difference between what I shot and what you shot. Is what I shot is practical. We're going to use every part of this moose. It's going to feed us for 2 weeks, maybe more, depending on how hungry we are. Your rhinoceros is an endangered species that's probably going to be wiped from the face of the earth.
Well, you can get on the high ground all you want, but I'll use every part of this rhinoceros as well. I shall mount his head on the wall. I'll make little trash cans out of each of his feet, and the whole body I'm going to leave in a neighbor's backyard to surprise them when they get home from work.
So you basically murdered this endangered animal to play a prank on your neighbors.
They're very awful, though. You don't know them. They're really bad. You sound judgy right now. I don't know why you're being so judgy. I guess you're probably a little jealous of this badass kill I got.
If I'm going to murder an animal, I'm going to murder an animal that there are a lot of. And for more than just petty, I don't know, neighbor rivalry? I guess I'm pretty judgy right now.
Yeah, I guess so. But you know what? Like, you can pretend that what you're doing is murdering animals in a slightly better way, but we're both animal murderers, aren't we? Can't really get around that one.
No, I'm not even going to try. Do I murder animals? Yes. Am I selective about the murder? Also, yes.
Do you think Lee Harvey Oswald ran into John Wilkes Booth on the street and was just like, "You're a president killer"? I am too, but the president I killed was worse.
It's a good question. Both presidents were pretty good.
Yes, but it was a trick question because those two couldn't possibly have ran into each other at the same time. They were both in police custody. That's what happens when you kill a president.
Also, they lived over 100 years apart from each other.
Well, I don't have time to fact check all my examples, but you see what I'm trying to say. We're all the same.
Well, I guess when you think about it, you and I are no different than John Wilkes Booth.
No, I guess not. We basically just shot two versions of Abraham Lincoln. This bull rhino might have well been Abraham Lincoln reincarnated.
This moose that I just murdered might have been the leader of his people. I don't know. I didn't stop to ask questions.
Boy, it really makes you stop and think if what we're doing is pretty awful.
Is that really worth rhino foot trash cans? To risk murdering the leader of the rhino people?
No. I'm sorry. I've had a revelation and I can't live with myself anymore. I've got one last hunt in me.
Oh, he was the only one of his kind.
This moose goulash is super tasty, Ralph. Well done on this. Thank you for cooking, by the way.
It's the last one we're ever going to have, Susan.
Why is that?
This was the president of the moose colonies.
I didn't realize they had such an organized government.
I don't know that they do, but what if? What if this was the president? What if this was President Moosejaw?
Okay, so you went from this is very declarative to what if this was very hypothetical. So
no, I think it's likely. It is likely that that was President Moosejaw of the moose colonies, and we are now consuming and eating him.
You've named this hypothetical moose leader? I think you're just guilt tripping yourself for bagging a big old animal for us to eat for dinner.
He was the biggest moose in the entire woods.
Honey, will you just shut up? You're an apex predator. You can go around murdering whatever you want because you're a man. You're part of mankind.
I don't know what to think. Being an apex predator as well as a thinking primate Shouldn't I use that brain to overcome my more base nature? Shouldn't I?
Well, you should have done a lot of things. You should have used a little bit more paprika in this goulash because I think Moose Jaw deserved better.
You could say that an even worse crime than murdering the president of the Moose Nation is under-seasoning said president.
I don't want to talk you down off this ledge if it's going to result in better cooking, but I also don't want you to go in panic mode and not hunt any wild game for us to consume any longer. So I'm dancing on eggshells here, so to speak.
We have to goose our cooking game. We cannot under-season high-ranking animal officials and risk not then eating the leftovers.
Honey, you had me at goose. John, it's been a long time.
Lee Harvey, I say, I haven't seen you around the meetings lately.
No, I've been sneaking around in the shadows, you know. Once you bag a president, you're supposed to lay low for a little while until you can get another one.
I've been rubbernecking my way around the southern hemisphere, bagging presidents no one's ever heard of.
No. Well, I'm sure people in the southern hemisphere have. That's a little bit ethnocentric of you.
I've got a cool half a baker's dozen of presidents under my belt now.
Listen, I'm impressed, but also, dude, you killed Lincoln.
He had it coming. Do not make me go through this.
If you read a history book, you would think that literally all Lincoln did was free the slaves, and you gotta admit, he's painted in a pretty positive light.
Well, that's just the thing. He freed the slaves. Do you know what kind of economic carnage that caused?
Not particularly, no. Do you want to go through it, or should I just assume that it was significant and we
No,
moved on?
it ruined the economy of the entire South. I don't know how you can put people's well-being above the economy, but he did it, the motherfucker.
Right, but there's probably a human cost to all of that too, which you should probably consider. Maybe, you know, the cost of people being enslaved and working for other people and being treated as property.
Look, I'm not saying that wasn't hard, okay? It probably sucked a lot. But we live in a capitalist society, and when it comes to capitalism, it's money over people.
All right, fine. It's fine. It's just that, you know, before we just kill any random president, I just think we should stop and think, but is this guy really a bad guy? Most presidents are. And so, you know, clear the runway, free for takeoff. But Lincoln? Abe Lincoln?
The dude wasn't all sunshine and flowers and roses, you know. Flowers and roses being separate back in the 1860s.
Right, of course.
He had it coming. He ruined the economy. Not a good-looking fella.
That's true. He was ugly as sin, yeah.
He booed me the last time he came and saw me at a performance.
Now, I don't want to accuse you of anything, but because you got booed as an actor, did your fragile artist ego make you become a secret presidential assassin? Your brother, Edwin, he got booed all the time. He hasn't killed anybody. He's a terrible actor.
I'm the great John Wilkes Booth, the greatest actor of my generation. No one boos me without getting assassinated! Okay, I see now what you're talking about. Yeah, that might have been just ego.
I just want you to, you know, think about it, is all.
Graham, have you looked out in the yard this morning?
No. Would you like me to look out in the yard this morning?
You should look out in the yard. There are a lot of vultures out there.
All right. I'll go look out in the yard. Let me put down my newspaper over here. I'll just fold it up. I'll try to remember where I was reading.
I would never interrupt you in the middle of your Wall Street Journal, but this seems rather pressing.
Okay. I'll just put down my coffee. One last sip.
I know it's the last thing you want to do is be interrupted in the middle of your taster's choice, but it's very important.
All right, I'll just stop the sweetest massage. Thank you, Hans. That'll be enough.
I know Hans, I must apologize. It's the thing you like least in the world is being interrupted mid-flow.
No problem. I'll be over here.
Hans is more kind than we deserve.
Yes, I'm glad we have him as a houseboy. Very good. I guess nothing left for me to do but go outside and look at what you want me to look at. I'll go ahead and put on pants just in case the neighbors see me.
I know how much you like to freeball until 10 a.m., and I'm really sorry that you have to cover those up.
Well, I'll be outside looking at this thing you want me to see.
Oh, I can't believe you're fully dressed and interrupted all the way this morning. Now I'm wondering if this was really that pressing after all.
I'm opening the door.
Okay, I know you hate opening the door in the morning, all that fresh air coming in. It aggravates your childhood cholera scars on your lungs.
Oh, God! Holy shit! What the fuck? There is a bull rhinoceros carcass in the backyard.
A full bull rhinoceros carcass?
No, just the torso. The feet have presumably been made into trash cans, and the head is missing.
Just the torso of a rhinoceros carcass without any of the good bits attached.
Who would do such a thing?
Who could have done such a thing?
I'm going to...
Do you think it was that emergency room nurse that lives next door?
No, she's on her way to work by the sound of it. I'm going to go ask that evil big game hunter that lives across the street if he had seen anybody come in and out of our backyard.
Before you bother him, are we certain it wasn't the airline mechanic that lives on the other side?
I guess no. It very well could have been. Maybe he was transporting this in one of his airplanes.
We could jump to conclusions and think, oh, the big game hunter clearly did this.
Well, it is by definition big game. You can't argue with that. It has been hunted.
Yes. And it's been dissected?
That would take some expertise. I wasn't saying the big game hunter did it. I would say he probably would have a lead on who did. He probably knows all the other big game hunters.
I suppose it would be better to ask him than to ask the Taco Bell assistant manager that lives behind the house.
I'm going to give him a call.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sean, the Taco Bell manager. I meant to call the other house. I'm so sorry to interrupt you.
That's okay. I was just about to go to work.
Okay. Well, I hope you're doing well.
Crazy amount of vultures in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Don't mind the vultures. Don't worry too much about that. How are the gorditas these days?
Oh, they're gordita-licious.
And the chalupas still hanging in there?
Chalupa-tacular.
Great. You still make those nacho supremes?
Oh, yeah, we do. We're not supposed to, but we still do because they're delicious.
How about the crunch wraps? You still do the crunch wraps?
Oh, yeah. We're doing the crunch wraps real hard right now, although I don't get the appeal because as soon as you put something crunchy inside something moist, the crunch all goes away.
Yes, well, to be honest, I don't eat any of it. It upsets my stomach. But
Yeah, it has that effect on people.
Right.
It's barely food.
Good catching up with you. I do hope everything's going okay.
Thanks for calling.
All right, thanks for. I'll check into those vultures. Don't worry about it.
Bye-bye.
All right, goodbye.
What did he say?
Oh, sorry. I accidentally called Sean. I called the Taco Bell manager. Listen, I'm sorry. I have them all on speed dial, so it's so easy to misdial. I'll get it right this time.
All right. Yeah, hey there. What's up?
Oh, Danny. Sorry. Danny, the airplane mechanic. Sorry, I meant to call Eli across the street. How are you, Danny?
Yeah, I've been working all night. I just got home.
Oh, fixing up a airplane, probably.
Yeah, that's literally what I do all day for a job.
Right. Yes. How are the propellers and all that?
Spinning appropriately.
Oh, good. The cargo holds still carrying everything they need to.
Cargo, yeah. Hey, while I've got you on here, I noticed as I was pulling into my garage, there's a crazy stink coming from your backyard.
Oh, yes. I thought you were going to complain about the vultures, which I know nothing about.
No, I don't care about vultures. They can, vulture all they want.
Right. I was worried that, you'd be concerned that they would get into your engines and blow them out or whatever. So.
Oh, no. If that happens, bird gets sucked into the turbine, that's job security for me. So
Well, of course, then you got to fix it up. That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, I'll look into that stench. I'll let you know if I find out anything. Okay.
Appreciate it.
All right. Good to talk to you. Take care.
Yeah. You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Oh God.
What did he say? Did he know anything?
I actually called Danny, the airplane mechanic. I'll call Eli next. I'm so sorry. I've got all 4 of the neighbors on speed dial, and I just it's so easy.
Perhaps I should dial your phone for you. You seem to be really bad at it. Would
No.
you like me to talk to Eli?
Sure, go ahead. There you go.
Okay. Oh, here it is. Yes. It's under Eli. Okay.
Hi, this is Rhonda, the ER nurse.
God damn it!
And the beastly horde approached the castle gates as a ruinous multitude of malice, but the king was prepared. For the blue wizard had warned him.